Own point was first.
Own point. Easy first. Okay, I need this open. I need this open now. Because... when I open this... Oh, it crashes. Hold on. When I open this... July 4th, holy schmoly, I know it's coming up. Oh. You guys can't see it. Can I make you guys see it? Aha, I can. It counts as a third-party overlay. Ta-da! Boss counter. Yippee! Boss counter that, in theory, if other people were on, would have our total number of bosses. In theory. Alright. In the meantime as well, let's try to catch the splits up to where we currently are so I can remember my order of things. We went past that. Tree Sentinels. Red Bear NPC. Rao Bear. Now we're on Rao Death Knight. There we go. That's where we are. Well, the first kill of that boss counts, right? Well, it's counting which bosses have been killed. Not... It is which bosses have been killed. So, like, you can see, it is hooked into the game, and it knows which bosses have been killed. It knows, oh, what boss did you kill? Dryleaf Dane. So that is how it works. It is which bosses have been killed. Ah, this one. Let's see if I can do the Skipperino. Nope. Hyperion! Maybe what I should do is... Hold on. Not stealing content. I was watching Tom finish up the game, and I think he said he was tired and wasn't going to do another. If they're going to do another, I'll go steal another game. But I think they are... I think Tom and Blanks... They were finishing up their final game. That works. Okay, just do that. That seems to be the easiest way to do it. Oh, I didn't get the boluses. Do I need them? It's probably faster to get them. Or at least similar time. Oh. Well, now I'm really gonna need the boluses. Excuse me, sir? Excuse me? Hold your horses. Well, I guess my only option really is to die anyway, so... Hey. Magic can be hooked to a dashboard with 3 other players for live display. We're in the testing phase, so we shall see. Theoretically, it's already going to a server to keep track of it for kind of all of us, but then I guess you would also maybe want a version of it that is displayed for the viewers specifically. Okay, well, that kind of works. And then... I would need to bolus here. Should do on the elevator then, I guess. So that I can run directly through here. Okay. Woo! Excited to get married, also so stoked to not have to plan anymore. Yeah. Is this the end? This is the end. Okay. Now the counter is completely local. If you like, I can start a run in the back end. It starts hooking everything in. If you go back to an earlier save state, it will remember it. It only adds bosses, doesn't remove them. Ah. Would there be any way for it to remove bosses? I mean, we probably don't need it to, but... Good to see it seems to not catastrophically break. Yeah, seems fine so far. I would say I don't need anything necessarily from you in terms of like starting it to test it. But if you want to start it to test it while you have somebody playing, like, go for it to see if it works. I would say up to you, however you want to test it. I'm just going to be doing my normal, you know, doing stuff. Reset button, but currently that's only an admin dashboard. Aha. I guess, would there be a way to put that into the game that any player could reset their own counts? Or honestly, if it even just like... I guess what would you want as the optimal solution? If somebody quits out, you don't want it to just say that all their bosses suddenly become unkilled. But at the same time, if, you know, you want to restart, maybe you want it to be easier than having to go and push a button. I was thinking of adding a local-only mode. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Scary time. You start the game and it won't break anything. Right. It keeps your current count, at least on the server side, even if you restart. Or like if I was to quit out right now, it will still say 27 until I load into a game, where then it will update to whatever count it is. Drink that in his face so he walks forward another half step. Sheesh. Where was I? Oh, not over here. You go across this bridge. And then from this bridge onto this, down to this guy, jump off here, take no fall damage, horse up. Then we're good. That was the pathing. Yo, bird, bird. N-Bird. Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, raiders. Yo, raid this man. Yo, how was Dark Souls 1 you were playing? Correct me if I'm wrong. It was. How goes the run? Pretty well. We're kind of cooking up strats for the end bosses now. It's kind of hard to cook up strats for the end bosses because they just kind of die when we're this powerful, but you know. DSR unfair mod. All right. Yeah. I haven't really played any like super hard mods to any of the Souls games yet. But I probably will at some point. Just saw the video with Gigadad. Very fun watch night addition to your usual streams and videos. Yo, thank you. It was fun to do, for sure. Don't 4 hours to get to the parish. Oh boy. Play all the unfair stuff. Well, I might do unfair Sekiro stuff at some point, just because, you know, why not? It's rough, but it was a good time. Nice. There's the fun hard mods than the pull your hair out mods. Yeah. I do at least like the idea of mods that are made to actually make the game more fun, but also more difficult. Gonna be Northern Lion by the end of it. Sekiro mod that changes role to be the main dodge and makes the flex into parries. Yeah, nope, that would not be one I would play. Get staggered. Get staggered. Oh, but now it's going to double split because I have Geru currently on load, and I don't load after Geru anymore. I see. Yeah, so it double split. Gonna have to fix that. In fact, let me fix that right now. Let me change the auto split. Settings. So currently it's on loading after boss Black Knight Geru. Take that away. Instead, immediately when I kill a boss, Black Knight Geru, add. Okay. Fixed for next time already. What rune level am I at right now? 133.
The exalt twice the star addressed to show on the contract now. May is he? The conceit is then the answer never was Marika and this no, and we have. He knew that it's a tragedy that he would feel in the play. Do you? Marika, well, it is their mother. The fingers we all anew.
Right? And then to quit out. Sekiro but deflect on button release. Ugh. Ugh. Please. I can only take so much, even in joke form. Those are rules for a different run. We don't have a rules command for this run. I mean, I don't even know what you would put for the rules of this run. Yeah, AB4P is the run. Bye-bye. Big bonk. Like, I need to make a trampoline mod immediately, see what skips people can find. Oh, there'd be a lot, I'm sure. Anyway, easy. Am I going to play with the other three? When they're available. They're not available right now. But anytime they're available, absolutely. That's kind of the goal. Skip a laser.
You would abscond with it. The whole of Count Emir's wisdom. You undeserving little monster.
Hey,
Surrender
rude.
to the Knight of Yolan. My dear star, a fine mother, you will be.
My shining star, grant me a mother's strength. Look here at my fingers. I will be the true mother, and I will be the only mother.
Hey.
Forgive me, Yuri. Truly,
I to be your mother. Alright, Church of the Blood. Main entrance. Yippee. Hamster anvil. Now, oh, another question. A save we can make. Is there a way to get to the Deathblight dancing lion without getting shot by the archer? Would it be okay to do some shenanigans testing? If so, you may see the boss count change a bit. Totally fine. Yeah, go for it. In fact, at the moment, I'm going to make a save, and I'm going to be working on trying to figure out how to get through here. So, it will not affect me at all at the moment. And honestly, I haven't even been paying attention to the boss counter. All right. Make a save. Copy. Folder AB4P SGDQ. I don't know, like... Oh, apparently 31, because it says 31 right there. Death, Blight, Lion, Archer. Eventually, I should actually make a save on every single boss for backup, for safety, but the route isn't 100% set in stone yet, so it's kind of whatever. Okay. So, can I make it past the archer without getting shot? Is there a method? If I don't quit out, though, it might also interrupt the Deathblight Dancing Lion. I can get past that shot. That one just misses, so it's fine. That one's gonna miss, so I can buff. Rude. I mean, it worked once. I don't know that it would work every time, though. Let's try it again. Cat maxing. So just jump at the... those stairs are about to go down. Seems to easily make it. Second one is a guaranteed miss. Is third one a guaranteed miss? Seems like third one is a guaranteed miss. Okay, why did you phase transition so early? And now I'm screwed. Ah! Oh, get back here. Okay, I'm not screwed. It was still possible, but that was definitely not how that was supposed to go. So I guess I do want to drink the flask. That was so early. That was very early. Yo, thank you for the nice shirt. It's one of the ones I got for Christmas. I mean, that works. That works. That was good. I feel like I could do that every time, but let's see by doing it a few more every times. That is a nice shirt. Thank you. Is this a script I'm trying to do? Kind of. It's not like exactly a script. It doesn't work 100% exactly the same way every time because it's dependent on the boss attack RNG, but it should work close enough to 100% of the time that I can at least get a quick kill and not die. Theoretically. But that's down to testing to see if that's true. Blank's first V-Sweat is about to start. Oh boy. Okay. You know what? I think we'll swap over to casting that then. Let me figure out this boss, which we might already have, and then I'm down to cast some Bengus. Oh, that can happen. I don't think that actually is helpful, but shouldn't have gone for that. It kind of worked. Even with too early of a stagger, I killed him successfully. And even with too late of a stagger, I've killed him successfully. So, like, it kind of just seems like I can kill him successfully. We do have a designated general list, but there are some bosses that we will communicate with each other about who should get it at the end. Not every boss is assigned specifically to one person. A lot of bosses are 2 people could get it, or 3 people could get it, or even all 4 people could get it at the end, so that we can try to even ourselves out. If one person's super fast, they can take a bunch of extra bosses, and if one person's super slow, they can give away some of their bosses. So that way, because the goal is we're not done until the last person is done. So we need to make it as soon as possible that the final person finishes. Oh, that's not good. Just kidding, I win anyway. Okay, so even in that kind of worst case scenario of he just hovers in the air to avoid my attack, we still got it just fine. So, what he landed on? I think he landed on the frog. I think he landed on top of the frog that he summoned. That was funny. JK, you just roll him anyway, pretty much. Nothing matters, Anvil Hammer just wins. Yep. Simply be powerful. Worth it still. Because I know that will stagger. Oop, missed. This should still be fine. Because that will guaranteed stagger. Oh, it wasn't fine because the frogs got too much deathblight on me. Darn. The hit wouldn't have mattered though. That's wild how many frogs all instantly put their deathblight. I think that was like 3 times the ticking. I do have deathblight boluses, but they don't really save me in that situation. I don't even have time to eat a bolus. Unless boluses temporarily increase your resistance. Do boluses give you a buff effect like they do in Night Rain? Or is it only clears your current buildup? I think it just clears. I think so too, so I can't even like pre-bolus in order to live that. Deathblight is such a bad mechanic. At least it doesn't have your max HP, true. Let me take the riposte. God, so many forgs instantly, but as long as I get the riposte, the deathblight is fine then. But yeah, not great. You'll see bingo starting Radon middle square. All right, I guess we gotta watch this. I feel like the strat is good enough. It would work at least within 2 tries. So I think we'll call that good enough, happy enough for now. Sorry, Matt. I said we were testing stuff, but now I'm switching to Bingus. There's Bingus things going on. I thought everyone was done for the night, but then Swed got on. All right. Up. Oh, Sweat is also only streaming on Discord, so you guys really want me to stream it so that it can be seen. I see. Okay. Let me get everything set up. Copy. Board open. Join lobby. Paste. Sweat is unsurprisingly blue. Pop out. I'm on the right side. Although Blanks is also kind of a blue player, but you know. Oh. Nice. Nice view there. Okay, and the why is it slightly off? What has caused it to be just slightly off? Oh, that's actually the wrong one. The correct one is here. Live split's gotta go. Close. No. Exit. Save. Okay. This off. Blanks. Pop out. Left side. Swap it over. Hooray! Bingus! Bingus is bongest. Okay. And turn Swed sound on. Whoa, that's some sound. Yippee! Oh, interesting Swed. I actually like it. He actually knows the position where if it's night, you can kill that guy without alerting the Curse Blade. Very nice for him. Board still 0-0. Center square consort. Honestly, what... Is there any rush on this? I guess there's Hippo. DLC Ashes of War is kind of a rush. You could go for Rolling Ram. You could go for armor sets. You could go for Two-Headed Turtle, although it's pretty far. I guess you could go for Kindred Cookbooks, but 4 is a lot. I don't know. June 1st, yeah. It's the materializing, and then July 1st is it in reverse. Yeah, July 1st. Is ADM a check for NPC dropped weapons? Yes, yes it is. ADM does drop a weapon, specifically drops a weapon that goes into your inventory immediately. Title updated, thank you, Yathlin. With the standard Bingo Brawlers commentary practice, line, watching, at blanks versus at Swed practice. Presumably. Yep, copied from previous title. Perfect. We love it. You know, I could have just typed exclamation title and it would have told me my own title. The problem is I never have my own stream up to see my own title. Oh well. It is what it is. Okay, so Swed heading all the way up to the Hippo, definitely saying, I definitely want this first. Blanks, before going all the way to the Hippo, upgraded his weapon, but it looks like they are both racing for Hippo. Hippo just seems to be, like, so obviously the rush here that, like, what else would you do, you know? I guess you could do, E-Dread as a boss with Knight in their name that gets you DLC Ashes, but, like, you know? Yeah, it really does just feel like a Hippo rush, and then whoever kills Hippo first probably also gets to give the secret right scroll to Ansbach, which doesn't take very long. And then if you're going to be over there anyway for Ansbach, you might as well do Queeline and Bellerat. So I'm guessing that's kind of generally what we're going to see, is the Hippo to Bellerat play. Bellerat also has some unique Horned Warriors, but not quite enough. You could get your last one on the way to the Two-Headed Turtle Talisman. You could go Hippo, Secret Right Scroll, Queeline, Horned Warriors, Two-Headed Turtle Talisman. That'd work. Whereas somebody else could go backside of Shadowkeep. They would get the Giant Hand, Skadutri Avatar, eventual Iris of Grace, which would be from Queeline and Bellerot, so you'd still need Bellerot anyway. Oh, Bellerot also has level 5 Revered Ash. Bellerot's pretty good on this board. Despite there being no Dancing Lion that I see, it's still pretty good. Rush Consort and only Consort. So true. You know, that's right. Hippo isn't even for Hippo. Hippo's just a stepping stone on the way to Consort. Okay. Ooh, Blank's pivoting out before actually committing to the Hippo. Where's he headed to in the Gravesite Plain? Oh, he wants to buy some greases that he forgot to buy at the start. That's going to put Sweat ahead on starting the fight if he gets a good fight here. Ooh, a little bit of a miss there. That's okay. Damage is solid. It's yellow. What more can you really ask for? Nice stagger already. Oh, Blank's also talking to Tialie? Is there 4 status effects here on the board that I don't see? It feels like he's setting up for a multiple status effect. Square. Oh, but Sweat got greedy on trying to get the stagger for the needles while at half health and then just gets needled down. Now he's got less greases. Now all of a sudden Blanks could be starting the fight first with all the greases. That is a big disaster. Yeah, Blanks just wanted the poison clumps. He took the time to go back to Tialie just for some poisoned clumps. This really looks like he's going for 4 status effects, even though that's just not on the board. I don't think that's worth the time, but, you know. An abundance of caution required, but unfortunately was not given. Really a lack of caution, I might say. Oh, Sweat also having some trouble with that jump there. He might have landed halfway down and now be stuck in an awkward position when he loads back in. Yeah, he did. He did land oh my god, now he's going back to Hippo. Oh no. This is disastrous of a start. And then he decides, never mind, I'm going to go back for more greases. Ah, man. One bad greedy decision and now it's like the whole game is spiraling, it feels like. Even though it's only going to be a 1 square difference, it just feels like he's circling at this point. Like someone saying at bingo, he's going for squares that aren't even on the current board. Yep. There it is. There's Hippo. Very, very, very nice fight from Blanks. Very good. Sweat definitely would have had that first if he had not gotten greedy on the stagger. Is poison really that strong here? Not really. I mean, it's strong. It probably did 5 to maybe 10% of the Hippo's health by throwing those couple of clumps. Like, if you had them, it's worthwhile to throw them. But it's not worthwhile to go back and talk to Tialie just to buy poison clumps. Do 2 extra warps to do like 5 to maybe 10% of the Hippo's HP. Like, that's just not worth the time investment. So maybe he did that specifically for practice. Maybe he said, I want to practice what if there had been 4 status effects on the board. And he still got Hippo anyway, so, you know, good for him, but yeah, definitely was, I don't think was actually good on this current board. Okay, Sweat gonna check the Great Axe. Check here, presumably. Also grab the Kukris. Not bad. Gargoyle's Black Axe, unfortunate. Not the best Great Axe you could see. Now heading over towards Oh Mother and the Revered Ash actually first. Revered Ash first. Then he'll be getting Oh Mother. Consume the herb. Blanks went poison because he thought Swed would definitely reach earlier because of the greases and Tialie. I guess? What does that have to... Slower is slower, right? Regardless. Even if you're like, he's gonna get there first, that wouldn't mean that you spend more time being further behind, right? Right? I don't know. But I mean, Blanks did end up getting it, so that's nice for him. He also picked up some poison throwing darts, which I usually like to get if there's bell bearings on the board, so I can throw it at the bell bearings, but I don't see that on this particular board. But I mean, always nice to have, I suppose. Swed does that very scary looking jump onto the bridge, where instead of going over the railing, he goes through the railing, where like if he jumps slightly too early, he'll bonk his head on the railing and not make it, and slightly too late and he'll be too far down and you won't make it. Very, very scary, but maybe it's very slightly faster than going over. I'm not sure. Okay, Blanks gets the nice Ash of War here. His second one, according to his marks on the board. I'm not sure what the first one he grabbed was, but he's not finishing it off, actually. He's still going for Queeline and Bellerot, it looks like. And presumably has talked to Ansbach over here at Bellerot, so we can do the Secret Rite Scroll soon as well. That's intentional? Yep, he does it every time. Appreciate these late streams. Thanks, Mitch. Yo, thank you, Felix. I appreciate you watching. It's nice to be appreciated for the late streams because, you know, late streams are very weird. I have considered moving stream time earlier to be more like a normal person. But it's kind of nice to have the day available to do whatever, and then the night is stream time. So if somebody's like, hey, you want to do something during the day? I'm like, sure, I'm free. And then I still get to stream after. But I don't know. It does mess with my sleep a lot. Be big chilling at 1 a.m. Yep. Times are Asian viewer friendly. I appreciate it. Yeah. Honestly, it's, you know, it's nice. It's nice to reach a slightly different audience necessarily than other Soul streamers. But that being said, I guess since I've gotten in the topic, I'm probably too far into this. I probably should have just said thank you and moved on. But it is also a little weirder for like sponsors. They'll like ask for demographics and they'll be like, why is so little of your audience US? Like we want US viewers. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And they're like, well, we're gonna pay you less because of it. I'm like, well, okay, I guess. Because sometimes you just get sponsors that are US only. Okay, there's the third Ash of War for Blanks. Nice, synergizing it with Queeline. Gets the one at Queeline, so hardly had to lose any time at all getting those Ashes of War. I really, really like that synergy that he found. I'm a US viewer. I'm helping. Hooray! Appreciate your EU-friendly schedule. You're making my workdays a lot more tolerable. Nice. And there's Queeline and Bellerot for Blanks. This is snowballing pretty hard away from Swed. Swed now has to block column 5 at some point and row 3 at some point. He has access to the backside of Shadow Keep. That doesn't help with either of those blocks. It does help with some other things. It helps with Giant Hand. It can help with DLC Spirit Ashes pretty nicely along with the Giant Hand, since there's one right there. What is Swed doing? Why was he just like standing in front of the bats? I don't know what that was. Is there a line to cook up here for Swed? What about like a diagonal? What about like this diagonal? Would that work? He could go for Kindred Cookbooks. I mean, either of them could. He has better access to Remembrance bosses, potentially, for Membi. He's better access to Consort, potentially, being backside of Shadowkeep. 3 bosses, Night in the name, not really. Catacombs, not... I don't know. That all seems... It seems very far-fetched. It seems like a line has to kind of develop over time, as opposed to just like, I'm just gonna rush a line. Yeah, and here's Swed getting a little bit punished for his, not taking care to distract the fire guy. Most players will distract it either by throwing something or by waiting for him to walk by, and then the fire guy won't prevent you from getting the skidoo. But Swed likes to just run right by him, but it did get him in a little trouble there. Harder to get the Skidoo. Blanks is grabbing the Revered Ash here in Bellerot, as well as the Horned Warriors. Oh, trying to get away. Maybe not doing the Horned Warriors. He might say, I'll save that for later. I don't care enough about it right now. I think he was probably going to fight the Horned Warrior, but the bird was right on his tail. As a Seattle viewer with long work days, I appreciate having this late stream. Yeah, I too am a Seattleite. Having crazy insomnia, and it's been so nice to watch most of the night. Broke your ankle a couple months ago. Dang. Been sleeping on the couch since due to pain. Girlfriend also really enjoys your energy and commentary, and she's not remotely a gamer at all. Oh, that's awesome. Your girlfriend sounds nice. Is she single? Is she... Anyway. Slow, but progress has been going really well. Nice. Bitch Riz? I see what you did there. Okay, so now Swed got through the backside and is actually heading down here. There's no letter rune here. Is he maybe headed down towards the Jory area? Jory is on the board. It would block column 5 for him if he went for Jory. It would give him access to a non-merchant perfume bottle after Jory as well. That's possible. Feels like a long way to go to get a line block, though, while Blanks is going to start putting on even more pressure. Lamau +2. Whereas Blanks is heading for some Revered Ash. He's heading for the Revered Ash over at Prospect Town. I think there's another Horned Warrior over here somewhere. No, he just wants the Revered Ash and he's out. I'm not sure that was the fastest Revered Ash he could have gotten, but... it works. Looks like Blanks is just going to finish off Revered Ash right now, setting up more pressure on a diagonal, more pressure on a column. So it's in a good spot on the board for sure. Oh, what up, Desha? Is it high likelihood that V-Sweat can go back here? First time watching a 1v1. It depends on what you mean by high likelihood. I mean, greater than 50%? Obviously not. There's, you know, the person in the lead will obviously have a greater than 50% chance of winning. But from this position, I would say with perfect play from Swed, honestly, it feels like it's in kind of a worse position than it normally would be 3-0. A lot of times it's 3-0 and it's like basically even, because it's like, oh yeah, sure, you got 3 quick squares, but the other person is set up for a bunch of stuff. But Blanks has also set up for a bunch of stuff, so I would give Swed only maybe like a 10 to 20% chance here to come back in this game, just because it doesn't feel like he is that set up to get a lot of squares. It almost feels already like majority is almost out of reach and he kind of has to find a line, which probably is not actually true. He could come back in majority. It is absolutely possible, but it feels rough here. 4-0 now in Blanks' favor. Grabbing the Spirit Ash while he's here. Not bad. Also gonna grab the... well, there is a Revered Ash, but he doesn't need to grab it anymore because Revered Ash just got marked. Yeah, Swed now, if he's gonna block, he has to get something in column 5, something in row 3, which could be Spirit Ashes, could be Jory. He's kind of set up for both of those, and something on the diagonal, which would be Secret Right Scroll that he'd want to do probably right now. So, I don't know, seems tough. If he does go Secret Right Scroll, let's say even snipes Blanks on it, then goes Spirit Ashes, snipes Blanks on that, then goes Jory, then, like, he's in an okay spot. But I don't know that Blanks is gonna chase on any of those. Or if Blanks does, like, Blanks could actually just win Secret Right Scroll first, potentially. Blanks now heading for the DLC full armor sets. I'm gonna unstar the things they're not, like, currently going for. Blanks did also get a Kindred cookbook while he was over here. I didn't know that path Swed took. Yeah, it's not normally taken because it's slower, but it does give you a Spirit Ash. So, that is nice. Okay. He's actually just heading straight into Jory. I don't know about this. This feels very committal when you just saw he just got Revered Ash. You know Blanks can't be right here. I feel like Swed needs to take away something else more important first before committing to Jory. Jory just feels very, very far to go. Jory is a Catacomb as well, so like there is decent synergy with Jory. It's not as though I think Jory is a bad play on this board. I just don't think now is the time to do it because Blanks hasn't really shown he could get here. I mean, I guess as soon as you kill Hippo, technically you could get to Jory, but yeah. Snipe on Consort? Holy. Oh, what's... Oh, that's a full armor. There's a full armor set in this Catacomb in the Jory. I didn't know that. Did you guys know that? I didn't know that. Well, okay. That's nice synergy at least. Yes, you did. Well. I mean. Oh, I think Blanks is heading for his third armor set here from Knight of the Solitary Jail. It's also a boss with Knight in the name. So he's just setting up more threats and more threats and more threats. Okay, then he's also grabbing... I think there's also a Spirit Ash over here is what he's grabbing. So really nice synergy in this. Okay, just quits out. Does not want to get exploded. And an NPC dropped weapon. That too, you're right. Good synergy here from Knight of the Solitary Jail. Oh! Loads back in, but immediately gets blasted anyway. He's going to have to redo this section. Luckily, there is a Stake of Marika. Yeah, Solitary Jail Knight is an NPC weapon. Yes. This will be only his second full armor set. He hasn't grabbed the one at Red Bear. Oh, he's walking out as well? Where is he going from here? Where is he walking to? Blade of Mercy? Blade of Mercy? Perhaps? Okay, Swed makes it through. Turns on the light. Which lets him get by this giant imp. Doesn't kill it, which is a little scary. But from the chest, grabs another Ash. His second now. He has not grabbed the obvious one in Fort of Reprimand, so he's going to have to come back for that. If he gets sniped on this, this would be terrible for him. But he is kind of setting up for like multiple blocks at once here, so Swed is setting up for some neat stuff. Finding some good synergies. Unfortunately, the armor set that he grabbed is not going to do anything because Blanks is definitely getting armor sets first. He's actually doing Gravestone skip for a second time because I guess he didn't grab any Graces up here earlier. So now Blanks is going for Ancient Dragon Man to have another NPC dropped weapon, I guess.
Kick me from the board. Won't let me back in.
Okay.
Just 1 sec.
Are you just like DC'd?
It just says connecting.
Oh, weird.
Okay, I'll just sit here and wait.
Connection error. Oh wait, it worked. Okay.
Oh, you're back?
Yep. Hold on.
Now we got
weird.
kicked. Weird. Blade of Mercy with Dawn on the board is
You ready?
always a good call.
All right,
Blade of
go at,
Mercy
the 15
is always a
seconds.
good call.
Okay. Good luck.
Okay, they're back into it. This catacomb was more value than I thought. Yeah, I didn't realize that either, that it had this much value. Is Swed going Mattingham for dropped weapon after Jory, or is that too slow? That feels slow. That, I don't know. It's on the way to the non-merchant perfume bottle, so like you could, but I don't know. I don't know. We shall see, I suppose. Nice backstab so far from Swed. Now he can do a charged R2. Nice. Take the riposte. Ooh, misses the riposte. Uh-oh. Okay, good thing Jory did not immediately teleport. Nice backstab. YouTube stream title is debate. Yeah, YouTube is really annoying with how it does its titles. We will be back to solo practice later, but changing it back and forth is really annoying because it doesn't save the chapters of when you changed it. So it's like one title for the whole stream. I think true YouTube streamers will even fully end the stream and restart it with a new title to basically manually make chapters because YouTube is so bad at its streaming. Manually fixing the problems that YouTube implements. There's Jory. Sweat on the board. 5-1. Unfortunately, did already lose out on DLC full armor sets. Yo, Felix, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the bunch. Enjoy the emotes. Swed with the Jory rush. Yeah. Tom would be proud. Tom would be very proud. Content stealing again? Yup. Look, if I didn't steal the content wouldn't exist. Swed's point of view only exists on Discord because Swed is not streaming. If I don't stream it, nobody gets to see it. So if you really think about it, I'm creating content. Content did not exist without me. And honestly, for that, I'm a hero. You're all welcome. Okay, there's the third DLC Spirit Ash. Nice cleaning up. 5-2 now for Swed. All of a sudden, you know, it started looking very dire, but like, this is not so bad for Swed. He's still definitely behind on majority. Blank's going for another boss with Knight in their name with Rolana. Does she also... She's not an NPC. She can't do an NPC dropped weapon. Oh, she can give him a remembrance weapon. He's doing Rolana for the synergy of Membi. Because I was going to say, outside of that, there's not really a reason to do Rolana over, like, Geru and Edred. They're both faster than Rolana. But Rolana does give a remembrance weapon. And more runes, I guess, if you really care about that. I am the lord of all that is Bingus practice content. Yep. What about 500k? She doesn't give even close to that many runes. But, yeah, like... She does give more than others. She gives 240, I think. Is Swed setting for 500k Mog? Oh, he could be. He's at 267. So, I mean, a Mesmer would get him more than enough. Like, too much, actually. So he can actually spend his money, kill Mesmer, and still get 500k. Hopefully Bingus content will get broader again when CBD returns from TwitchCon EU. Yeah, true. Mostly, you know, late night Bingus content. I think during the day Bingus content is still there, but the Night Bingus content relies on just a few degenerates. And we don't have all of them here. That's what I meant. Yeah. Vid on your channel of Sekiro Bingus versus Aggie. And he calls you Mr. Bingus, which I think is very appropriate. Yep. I was watching Blanks, was so happy when you joined the VC. Actually, thank you. Nice. Bingus. Okay. The Degenerate Bingus hours are the best hours. Yep. Yo, what a Priora. Okay, now Swed looks to be actually setting up Ansbach Secret Right Scroll, but so is Blanks. He's actually finally heading up into Shadowkeep. So... oh, we may end up with a race for Secret Right Scroll. Swed has already gone up to the loft, whereas Blanks would still need to climb up. Blanks also never grabbed the Grace in front of Ansbach, so he has to make his way back again, I think. No, he's headed somewhere else. He's headed maybe to Death Knight? He's headed currently to the front of Shadowkeep, or of Ensis. They should have named it Skidoo Keep. Yeah, true. Okay, Swed definitely heading for Secret Right Scroll. That's obviously the reason why he's talking to Ansbach. Hopefully he talked enough times. I did not pay attention to how many times he talked. You do need to talk, I think it's twice to get it. Okay, he's going for the skip. The skippa. Nice. Okay, he went way far down that statue to get that jump, but you know, if it works, it works. That was a super late punch. That skip should not really have worked, but he just barely landed. Okay. Nice landing there. Swed is gonna get here the Secret Right Scroll, so it's gonna be 5-3. Archie Bingo with set games would be funny. I don't know. I feel like that would be really confusing to navigate, but I was playing all these late night Elden Ring game modes has gotten you to play the game again fresh during a Wretch Club run. Nice. Wretch Club run is fun. Quite challenging, especially if you say at level 1, but Bonk run, yeah. Honestly, the club, solid weapon. You'd think it would be terrible because they put it on the Wretch and they're like, this is the, you know, challenge run class. But no, it's just pretty solid. Okay, Swed, why is... that's not... I mean, that's not the way I do the skip, but I guess he got it, so can't really complain. Heading down to the Skidoo Tree Avatar. Very quick here. Memby Mog with 500k, just setting up a line? Blanks doesn't see it. He's headed for Death Knight, which doesn't really help him with any of those. Wait a minute. With just 2 kills, Swed can actually just straight up win. All he has to do is kill Skidoo Tree Avatar, take whatever weapon it is, use it to kill any other Remembrance boss, and that's a full line. He's cooking. Maybe Blanks does see it, but thinks he can race with his own line, which actually probably is fast. I don't know if it's faster. He does Death Knight, which is a 3rd boss with Knight in the name, then goes straight to Rolling Giant Lightning Ram, and then he would also just need the 3 non-merchant perfume bottles. Swed already has access to one of those, though, so Swed could block first before going for his own line. We may end up with both players blocking each other's line instead of finishing their own. I like him grabbing that Marika's rune there. Very important for right now. Oh, he's actually just going to Mog away the 500k before even fighting Skidoo Tree, I think. Just to make sure that Blanks can't get it from him. He's just going to pop a bunch of runes. Yeah, and then... No, he's leveling. Oh, he's leveling a bit. He's gonna grab the rune, pop it down there, Mog back up. Okay, clever, clever. His Skadutri level is very low for right now. Oh no, he's not even gonna go grab the rune. Maybe he grabbed it earlier. Maybe he needs to kill Edred for the runes. This isn't even like that much slower though. This is fine. Sweat is actually cooking, yep. He doesn't have Blade of Mercy, so he's not taking... He accidentally un-two-handed his weapon. But should be fine. That's not how you want to do it, Swed. You do not want to wake him up while you have 0 stamina. Yeah, now you have to dodge, which is just a waste of your time and stamina. Okay, get your stamina back. Yep, now keep hitting him. Nice strafe. Okay, now he can just kill him with one more hit here. That's 500k. Bang, Mog with 500k. This will let Blanks know that he might be going for that line. So now he's got to be very fast on Skadutri and another Remembrance boss. Blanks still going for the Death Knight. Still trying to set up his own line. I think Blanks can block Memby faster than Swed can get it. I don't think Swed can just win this line, but... Yeah, especially he doesn't have a fire weapon here for Skadutri, so it's gonna be kind of slow. I wonder if Swed won't even go for Memby. Memby just wants to threaten it to force Blanks into going for it. There's Death Knight, bosses with Knight in the name. Blanks now going ahead 7-4 here. Is Swed turned into a prime bingo rusher? Perhaps. I hope so. I love Russian bingo lines. I think it's so good. Yeah, unfortunately does the very slow punish on this move. You can just roll in and stay like under all those attacks and just get 3 hits while he's doing the attacks. But Swed instead dodges like in front of him so that he has to dodge all of them. Ooh, also gets clipped there. Yeah, just back off and heal. Good idea. Getting a very, very slow Skadutri. Unfortunately, losing that 500k runes made it so he just didn't have any access to fire damage here. And yeah, Blanks is going immediately for Memby. He's got Romina's Rot Weapon against Dancing Lion. Yeah, this will be... He might even get this kill before Swed gets Skadutri. Is that the Romina Spear Blanks has? Yes. Swed still has this very interesting play of pushing Skadutri over to this, like, outside edge of the arena instead of towards the door, which is usually closer. The point is to get him, like, stuck where he can't go in a certain direction, but over here, the reasons I don't like over here, it's a little further away, and also it's open air above him. Whereas if you're at the door, if he does the move where he kind of like goes up straight and then spews stuff out, then they just, oh, they hit the wall and they despawn. Whereas over here, you still have to dodge them. Okay, there is Memby for Blanks, so he has blocked Swed's potential line. Swed does not have a line in that direction now. Oh, and he's just He's just mogging out of Skadutri now. Says, I can't get the line, so this isn't worth it anymore. Dang. Spent so much time in that fight, and unfortunately now for nothing. Oof, yeah. Skadutri Avatar feels like the wrong choice. For going for the line, it was the right choice. The slight wrong choice was maybe to Mog before doing Skadutri, instead of using your runes to set up a better Skadutri, and then Mog after. So, like, do Skadutri, grab your Remembrance Weapon, get enough stats to use it, Mog the remaining ones, type of a thing, is maybe what would have been better for Swed. Because, yeah, just having that slow of a Skadutri and immediately signaling to your opponent, alert, I'm going for a line, alert, just made it that much easier to block. Now, Swed couldn't have known for sure that Blanks had done Rolana yet. In fact, he probably thought Blanks hadn't done Rolana because he hadn't marked bosses with Knight in the name yet. But we knew, as omniscient viewers, that that Blanks had, in fact, done Rolana already and already had a Remembrance Weapon set up. I always have a pretty solid moveset IMO. Really like Ramina's. Oh, the Ash War, kind of bad, but Scarlet Rot weapon, so I will not complain. I think that Halberd moveset on Ramina's is really bad. I think it's much worse than the standard Halberd moveset. I think standard Halberd moveset is pretty solid. Something like the Dragon Halberd, that you can, like, make frost and lightning and stuff is, like, pretty solid. But that moveset where you're, like, flicking it around and, like, doing tons of extra movements is just really slow and does not do any extra damage to make up for it. And I think it's really, really, really bad. You're just flick it, like, it's just like swinging it all the way around. Why don't they just watch each other's games? So true. They'd win so many more games if they just watch the other person. Knight Rider Glaive is really good at least. Knight Rider Glaive, I think, has the good moveset, yeah. Hello. Correction. Blanks gets cookbooks and catacombs and forces Swed to do PCR. You know, the thing is, Swed already has a catacomb, so if cookbooks is marked, Swed probably just does another catacomb. Oh, but actually, so does, I guess Blanks already also has a catacomb. So if Swed had done Death Knight, he would have gotten Death Knight and catacombs double up, which is also probably why Blanks wanted to do it so early, because he probably thought, oh, Swed did Jory so that he could do 2 catacombs. I want to take away that synergy, but yeah. Swed ended up, he just wanted that line, which was a neat line idea, but not getting the line, he's so far behind on majority now. All right, does kill ADM very nicely here. What does he want past ADM, though? This is an NPC dropped weapon. Rolling Giant Lightning Ram, I guess? What's even down here that he wants? Demi-human Swordsmaster, I guess? I don't really see a reason why he went through ADM at all this game. There's, like, nothing down here. For Blanks, there's something down here. There's the non-merchant perfume bottle to force Swed into Rolling Giant Lightning Ram. But Swed could have blocked that more easily by either going for the merchant perfume bottle in the woods that he already has access to, or just doing the skip down to the Rolling Giant Lightning Ram. I think this is just a slower way to get to the same spots. I don't think killing ADM actually got Swed anything that he didn't already have access to. Dropped weapons. Yeah, it is a dropped weapon. I don't think he's going for that right now. Maybe I'm wrong, but non-merchant perfume would certainly be much slower to go for Lamenter than for the one that he already has access to. And even going for, like, the Rolling Giant Lightning Ram, like, he still has such a far way to go. And in fact, Blanks is heading for the Rolling Giant Lightning Ram right now. It looks like. Yeah, heading right for it. So Swed, I think, by going through ADM, is going to get sniped on everything that was past ADM anyway, I think. Jails, I think. There's no way you would do Lamenter Jail. The other one literally has a demi-human swordsmaster, and Bonnie Jail is the fastest one. There's no way you would ever do Lamenter Jail in this scenario. It would be silly. No, I think this is just not the right way to go, unfortunately. I think this is going to put him further behind than if he had just done the skip down to the Rolling Giant Lightning Ram. I think he could have gotten there first. Is there a Kindred cookbook down here? Not that I know of. I don't think so. They're literally both doing it, though. Like, what? No, it makes sense for Blanks because Blanks has to go to the Lamenter Jail in order to get a non-merchant perfume bottle. So Blanks had to come this way. So it was efficient for Blanks. But there was no reason for Swed to do it because Swed already has access to a non-merchant perfume bottle past Jory because he already killed Jory. So it makes complete sense for Blanks, but it unfortunately makes no sense for Swed. Banana. Yo, Parky, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. Did it make a sound? Am I deaf? Banana. Oh, feels banana, man. Okay, now it's a race for this. I mean, it's always possible that Blanks could mess this up and die, but if not, this is going to be another snipe that Blanks gets over Swed, and it's going to put it further out of reach. You're free from prison. Yo, what up, dude? I'm a shark. Blanks is ahead so we can risk the extra time the Dragon Man costs. Yeah. There it is. Yeah, he gets it. Swed now has got to see it and has got to say, well, I need perfume bottles right now. He's close to one. This does get him to one anyway, so he has to keep writing to this perfume bottle by the Rolling Giant Lightning Ram. But if Blanks just gets into the Lamenter Jail before Swed can go back past Jory, pick that one up, and the one by Ensis, which I think he can. It's not too far into the Lamenter Jail. I think Blanks just wins this. Yeah, he only has 3 path cross as well. That's not super close. Yeah, no, Blanks just wins this. That'll be a 10-4 bingo win for Blanks. Thanks for the recap. Just got here about 5 minutes ago. Didn't know the Jory thing. Yep, exactly. Yep. Veggie Blankman Jones. That's his full name. Yep. Where? What is Swed doing? What's he buying? What's he selling? Rock grease, freeze grease. What is he doing with those? Where's he going? He's going for NPC dropped weapons first from Night of the Solitary Jail? Well, we know Blanks is heading for the perfume bottle, so this is about to be over quickly. Maybe he just assumes Blanks won't finish his veggies. What's the over-under on the amount of pivoting that Blanks does before getting the bottle? He's literally in the jail. He cannot do any pivoting. He will do exactly 0 pivoting. He will grab the bottle in 3 seconds and mark it. 3, 2, 1. Bang.
GG's, Mr. Blanks.
GG, Sweatington.
I just sat on the perfume like the whole game. I was like, I'm not
Really?
getting it. Yeah, I had to go catch
so
up.
So you had the matting, like the one past Mattingham, I assume?
Yeah. Well, like I had the grace.
I see. Yeah. Was Hippo a snipe?
I died to it. I would have had it if I didn't die.
I see.
I rushed it pretty hard.
Angus Bongus.
I see. Makes sense. Yeah, I also rushed it, but I did something right before Hippo. I think I went 3 path. I didn't go Gravestone skip, and I also...
Yeah, I felt pretty ahead based on when you marked it. I was like, I wonder if he died or if he just like didn't full rush.
I didn't full rush, no, because
Yeah.
I was still eyeballing the Revered Ash's Queen line. Because there's on a nice little L shape, which blocks diagonal and builds for column 4.
I was in Skadu Tree Phase 2 when you marked Remembrance. I was like, ah.
Really? What were
Yeah,
you using?
I set up the whole line. That was the bingo I was gonna go for, because then I was gonna go see what Skadu got me, and then I had Guys as Grace, but you marked it.
I see. I was like,
every egg into the basket for that line. So.
bro, when you marked Jory, I'm
Colin.
like, there's no way, bro, rush Jory. That's crazy.
There's 2 ashes in there, so I was like, I can go get
Wait,
2
you
spirit
mean
ashes on the way.
Did you grab the fly ashes and then the one in the catacomb?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair, I guess. I didn't see a whole lot of value with Jory. That's all.
I don't know. I mean, there's 2 catacombs. I mean, it's not the best play, but it was something. I felt pretty behind after Hippo losing it, so then I went and got back section and.
Was your
Jory.
plan to get Hippo so you could pressure column 5 with Jory? Was that kind of the plan?
That, and I was kind of looking at the diagonal too. The diagonal was kind of nice. I might have contested Revered right after.
Okay, I see. Because I in my mind, I didn't think there was any way I can get Revered Ash and Ansbach Scroll. I thought that was kind of like an either-or situation for me. So I got first floor Grace. I'm like, he's probably, because you marked Jory, I'm like, he's probably ahead on Secret Scroll. So when you marked Jory, I was like, I'll just give him the scroll and I'll go to Bellarat now. So I went to Bellarat, finished Ashes of War. So I bought the knives from Tiolier so I could get glowing sparks
And the armor set.
I thought you'd maybe be going for Queeline early, so I wanted to shut down the Ashes of War, which is why I was late to Hippo. I thought you'd maybe go for the Bellarat play again.
I got to keep you honest, dude. No, not going Bellarat. I looked at it and I was like, nah, I can't. He's gonna like think I'm like that's my square or something. And plus, like Hippo was the obvious play, I think.
Hippo was definitely the obvious.
You could get him to think that it's your square in practice, and then in real matches you don't go for it.
Yeah.
Misdirection.
I was also dwelling on armor because there's an armor in that catacomb too. So I had that.
Would you have had armor if you got
I picked
that
up
armor set?
that one. I just had to go grab like the 2 hinterlands and moors.
Okay, because what I did for armor sets was let me check actually. Yeah.
Guiding
Okay.
hand also drops a weapon. There's actually a lot down there.
What I did was I went for the armor set by the Pata because there was a cookbook back there. There was a Revered Ash and there was an armor set. So I got the Pata armor set, and then I dropped down, bought a grease, like a frost grease, and I killed Solitary Jail Knight, and then I killed Egon because there was no Egon on this board.
Yeah, true.
So because it's not drop, it's full armor set, so it's not like you have to get it dropped by anything. Yeah, I don't know. This game, I saw Night Bosses as being like a disgusting synergy, at least with Solitary Knight, because it was Night Bosses, armor set, and a drop weapon. So that was kind of disgusting.
Yeah, there's a lot
that
going
boss
on.
pretty early
I
on.
only had little bits and pieces of everything. Like I had a couple Knights, I had a couple Ashes of War, I had an armor set, I had some Revered Ash. I just didn't get any of them.
Yeah, when you didn't mark Catacombs, I thought that maybe we were contesting Death Knight.
So
So I wanted to get Death
legendary
Knight just so like
Giga Dad. Yeah,
we wouldn't get,
it was
the
fun.
double up.
It was
and
a
that
lot
was
of
my last
fun.
Night boss too. So I was just like, let me just do Death Knight right now.
When you
doesn't
marked
Mog
those
instead
double,
go
I'm like,
straight
do
to
I win
Skadoosh to
now?
get
Because I was in
500K
Skadoo
Mogs
at that
after
point.
that?
And I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
shit.
what we were
no.
saying.
I had stage front Grace, and I also had already
2
killed
to 4
Rolana.
instantly,
That was
more of a
super
threat.
strong, man.
Right, yeah,
Yep.
I agree.
Also, Rolana dropped the pole blade, the Romina pole blade.
Ew, thing's
So-
ass. I hate that thing.
I mean, it
It's got
rotted
rot.
Lion, so it wasn't the worst. But yeah,
it's
the
the
damage
worst
was
move
pretty
set.
bad.
I hate it.
I don't like
hate
the
that
moveset
Halberd
either.
moveset.
My chat was like, oh, I really like that weapons moveset. I'm like, what are you guys talking
just
about?
haven't
I
used it
hate
enough
that.
yet.
What part of
Yeah.
it do you like?
I know.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, I didn't see a whole lot of value in backside.
You asked
I
about
didn't
the
see a whole lot
poison
of
clump
value
purchase for
in,
Hippo. Oh, I didn't.
South a lot this game, besides the bottles, obviously. So I was just kind of playing for synergies, like with Knights and with Bellarat. And I mean, if you had gotten the snipe, or if you had gotten one of those away from me, I would have probably went for swordsmans and jails. I don't know what order I would do it in, but I set up On's jail and I also set up Lamenter jail. So, because you probably get Catacombs. I mean, I guess you have to do Death Knight and I have to do Jory, but you probably get Catacombs, and then I probably go backside. I don't know. I didn't even know when to get third drop weapon. It felt like unnecessary this game.
Don't
to go for the
appreciate
third
flash
drop
dance. They
weapon
don't like light great
at any
swords. These are
point.
yeah, because they
I think
just
mine
do
was gonna be
less
Maddening
damage.
That's what I was thinking.
They're
Yeah,
just
that's what we were
bad.
thinking in chat. We were like, he's probably gonna go for Matt again for one of them.
It's not my
Did you
fault that
want to
they
do that, or
tuned
was that
them
just
to be
like, oh,
bad.
I'm here. I may as well.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. I mean, that's the more I looked at Yori,
They
the more I
tuned
was
their
like, there's a lot of synergy
animations to
down
be
there.
slower than
Yeah, I mean, it
non-flashier
wasn't bad at all,
animations,
especially with the bottle
while
as well.
doing
Bottle
less
could've been kinda
damage.
Nice.
Slower and
Yep.
less damage
Does
is not a
Rakshasa
good
have Night in her
combo.
name or no?
No, her name's
No,
just
okay.
Rakshasa.
Okay. Wasn't sure about that. I was thinking. But
I
that's
did-
armor and another weapon.
I did have a question
There's a
for
lot down there.
Swed about why you went through Ancient Dragon Man to get to the Rolling Ram and non-merchant perfume bottles. I feel like you didn't need Ancient Dragon Man for anything, unless I guess
Just the
was it-
dropped weapon.
Okay, just the dropped weapon. Okay.
Dropped weapon and some money. Since I had none. I gave away all my money this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 500k definitely was like, oh, okay. But it was for your diagonal. Were you going to? I guess you would have gotten money from Scotto Avatar.
Yeah, I didn't finish it. Just left it.
Yeah.
I wonder what it would have dropped then, because you would have done Gaius. You would have been right
Yep.
there too for Gaius.
Yeah, at Loft.
I'm glad I did it when I did.
Yeah. Like I would have. I think I thought I was gonna win. I was really surprised it went when it did. I was like, "Are you kidding me? You already had that shit set up. Like, why
Yeah,
did
you already
set
had
that shit
Rolana
up?"
for Night Boss, yeah.
Crazy shit. Were you just
Well, 'cause
like,
that
did you
was-
see? Did you see column 2 at that point, and you were like worried, or was it like literally just something you just did on a whim for like a diagonal pressure or something? Like, what was the reason?
Well, I saw Night Bosses worked well for my diagonal and my column 4, and so I was like, I get a remembrance weapon for going Rolana anyway that pressures the diagonal even harder. So I saw you mark Ashes, I'm like, okay, so I probably have to do either backside Scotto Avatar or Membi, but I had Lion set up already. So I was like, let me just like get Rolana, then do Death Knight. That was kind of my idea, because
Okay.
I had even like spent the money to invest in the remembrance weapon before I went for Death Knight. So I literally just equipped it and went to Lion because I had the stage front grace.
Mm.
So I was very, very prepped for that one.
Unfortunate.
I have good news for
Damn.
Swed here. Apparently
Oh.
in the Japanese game files, it is actually Yori.
Get fucked, chat. That's what I thought.
It's Yori, confirmed.
It's
Yori confirmed.
Yeah.
Who had my back in chat? Who's in here?
I had your back all along, Swed.
True. But who said it? Oh, it is Matt. Matt, my man,
It's
Matt.
Matt,
Let's
yep.
go. Hell yeah. Yori chat.
Apparently confirmed. We now know. Swed vindicated.
True. That's what the V stands for in my name.
Vindicated, Swed.
Vindicated Swed.
Yep.
Well, I unfortunately don't have time for one more because I am very tired. But
Buh.
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 I appreciate the game as always, Swed. Thanks for playing.
Thanks for playing blanks. GG's.
GG's, Swed.
Well, Mitch. I think we're cooked.
We may be cooked.
Yeah, I've been starting to stream earlier, hopefully to, in the hopes of playing the EU players more
It's always
often.
around.
Yeah, you're kind of at like the exact wrong time, because if you were up a little later, they start to get on, and if you were on earlier, they're on.
Well, that's why I'm probably gonna start going live earlier.
Yeah.
So
We're
start going
losing
to bed
another
earlier.
late night degenerate. No.
no
sevens.
Maybe like the occasional, like this one, like the occasional midnight game.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, fellas. Well, I'm gonna leave you guys to it because I am going to get some sleep.
All
Thanks for
right.
playing, Swed.
Yeah, dude,
GG's.
thanks for playing. GG's.
Good night, guys. Bye bye.
Good night.
I've been really trying to set up like crazy bingos lately. I think that's like I just wanted to see like how people respond to it.
I really liked the one that you set up. The only thing I would have done differently is I
I
would
know
have
what it is. I messed up. I
Yeah,
know what you're
not
gonna say.
mogged before the
Yep.
SGDQ. Yeah, I would have
Used
spent.
your levels for it, then
Yeah.
used your
I
the
would have
second
at
I was
least
like,
gotten fire on the weapon, because no fire. I was like, oh my god, the damage is not there.
can you not bleed the flower? I thought you could bleed it.
I think you can, but I don't know. I don't know.
I must be wrong. I thought you could.
Yeah.
Yeah. It works sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yep, yep. I mean, sometimes even if it doesn't work, it like throws the opponent so far off their game that it brings you back really nicely.
True. Got to keep them honest, chat. We can't show them any tendencies. Got to play weird all the time until it's game day.
Yeah.
Immune to bleed. Okay, never using bleed. Why do I always think it's weak to bleed? What am I mixing up? I don't get it. Is it frost it's weak to?
I think it's weak to frost.
It's something. Frost would make sense because ice beats grass in Pokemon, so.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's weak to fire. We all know that.
Well, fire also beats grass in Pokemon, so that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What type would be a bleed type in Pokemon?
If I had to pick something, I'll just go dark. It's a dark type.
Why was I thinking that as well? It popped into my head.
Because, like, I don't know, like emo kids and black mascara. I guess. I don't know.
I mean, you also do it from the Black Wet Blade in Elden Ring.
True.
Scyther would be a bleed type. Yeah, yeah.
It is weakest to freeze. Okay. Writing all this down.
Yeah, I mean, if you did like power stancing, frost on one, fire on the other, you could bring it down quick.
It's true. Well, Mitch, are you biting the bullet? You playing?
Oh.
You're gonna go back and practice your shit.
This is the question. This is the question of what to do.
Chat's all just sitting there like the big smiley face.
Let's see. Play one bingo, then prac, says chat. One game won't hurt, says chat. Yo. Blanks, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. Surely the Raiders, they wouldn't want me to play one game. They wouldn't want that.
No, they'd want at least 3. At least.
At least. Yeah, if I played, we wouldn't even get Swed's POV. I couldn't even stream it.
That is true. Is it even worth it at that point?
Is it even worth it? What if Swed just pulls
Chris
a Chris?
is here. I could just play Chris.
That's true. Chris, boot up. Yeah.
Huge. Chris showed up.
There we go. All right. Glad we solved this. Chris, get in here. You don't even have to start up stream. You can just be on Discord.
True.
If you didn't feel like
Damn, bro,
shipping
Chris
crazy
is
lightheaded.
scared.
Oh, dang. Hope everything's all right. Boot up, Mitch. Get under his hat like Ratatouille. Yeah, I'll direct Chris.
Do I have like a burner account I can stream on? Where's Gray? Someone go hit Gray's alarm clock.
He'll probably be like, no, it's too early. I'll be fine, but basically -1 day. Dang. Yeah, you said you were possibly thinking about solo practicing today for the all bosses 4 players, I remember.
Sounds like that's what you gotta do, Mitch.
Probably. I mean, it's still a ways away, but the more practice, the better.
How far away is it? How long is it?
It's in a little over a month. It's on July 9th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the official day, but we're only probably gonna have so many days that all 4 of us are available to practice between now and then.
Yeah, exactly.
So I've got to be up for it so that if anybody else isn't pulling their weight, Chris, you know, I can pick up the slack.
As usual.
We're the 4 players: me, Chris, Aggie, and Josh.
Okay. I leave and play
Okay.
Dead by Daylight.
Okay.
Bye-bye, bitch.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, we'll be back later if there's more games to steal. If we can steal some more games in the future. Okay. Close this. Use this to reopen. Oh, there's Soul's client. Reopen the game. Reopen Live Split to remind myself the order of things. And here we go, remembering. But Sweat isn't allowed to play for the first 30 minutes to make it fair. That sounds pretty fair. I can show you guys the Dancing Lion strat we came up with. I'm gonna do a quick second quit out so that it does all the auto splits that it's not supposed to do all at once. Nyum. Okay. Actually doing content? I know. Truly a tragic time to have to actually play the video game. Alright. Let me show the strat. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it works. Yo, what up, Shafalovsky? Get Yoda summon, max him out, summon him. Activate rest, gesture, watch. So true. Jump over that arrow. Right in immediately. The next 2 arrows should always miss, from what I have observed. As we're getting close, buff with Golden Vow. Jump down and drink the bottle. Okay, he's being weird. This shouldn't matter, but... Oh, missed the riposte, and now the entire thing is screwed because he was weird, but okay. Try to stagger him as soon as possible. And take the riposte immediately so that I don't die to the death blight. And then run the frick away because this is not how this is supposed to go. Yippee! There. Anyway, that was not at all according to plan. Let's do it again. Love this OST. It is a good OST. Okay. Good OST for a bad boss. Yeah. I don't know why they did the Death Blade. Regular Dancing Lion, the lightning is still annoying. But the Death Blade, even worse. Just not cool. Okay, he's still being weird this time. I don't think this is gonna work very well. Just kidding, it worked fine. Yippee! Okay, that still was not the plan that I wanted to show off, but I mean, I guess sometimes you just have to freeform it. Stream oddly pixelated for anyone else. I do have my output very low tonight because I set it low last night because Comcast was Comcasting, but we haven't had any Comcast tonight, so I'll set it higher for now. And hopefully it's good. And if Comcast starts Comcasting, I can lower it a little again. Because I think generally it being a little bit pixely is better than full frame drops. The pixel when there's a lot of motion. Makes sense. Comcast being good at the moment, but the second you invoke their name, it's suddenly going to start going bad, so... They truly can't help themselves. Oops. Didn't quite get away far enough. I knew that would stagger, though. You take their post. Okay, here's how it's supposed to go so far. Good enough. You charge R2. You run up to where he's going to land. You charge R2, and then as soon as you can, you get an R1, take the riposte, and that's the kill. That's what's supposed to happen. Is you just get any R1 in phase 2, and it's a kill. That's the goal. One more time, and then I'll move on. No, the Red Bear skip you've always wanted. A member of Blanks' chat figured out. Which Red Bear skip I've always wanted? I don't remember wanting a Red Bear skip, but... perhaps I have? Waiter, this isn't the Red Bear skip I ordered. This one, okay, let me take a look at that after this attempt. One by the rocks that are near the Red Bear. Oh, just like very slightly faster getting to him than going around as much. Will actually help the run. Oh. Okay. And now we go in for it. It's a guaranteed stagger on an R1, and then we just take the riposte. Okay, that's the strat. Yippee! It works. All right, let's see now. Red bear jump coming from Morth Ruins. Oh. And that'll be faster than coming from High Road Cross by a little bit. Okay. I don't know that the dismounting is necessary, but maybe it's easier or faster. Okay. Neat. Yeah. We can work that in. I think I was just about to do that after doing Mikola and Friends. A cool fight deserves a plus scarf. Thank you. Suggested I saw it in your splits. Nice. Yeah. Perfect timing. The jump you found. Hey! What a bread zeppelin. Honestly, I don't even know if I need Natan. But probably better than not having Natan.
Don't you dare approach Mikola the Kind. Needle Knight Ledder and Dryleaf Dane will never allow this.
Too early. Oh! Jerk. Hey! I hate the hockey stop so much. Don't worry, Letta. I hate you too. There's enough hate in my heart for all of you.
Make the world.
Where's the finger severer? The finger severer saves you time, I think, if you do it fast enough. I don't think I did it fast enough, but does it also lose you the 300k if you do it right? I don't remember. I also don't think I ever end up using Letta's armor, but I'm going to grab it for now just in case we find a strat that uses Letta's armor. If so, I could even do Leda and Friends earlier if there's a particular fight where you do only... Does it affect crouching R1s? Does Letta's armor affect crouching R1s? If so, I could maybe pick up Letta's armor before I do all the other NPCs. Yes, no runes. Oh, maybe it's not worth it then. I think I just ignore the finger sever. I don't think it's worth my head space to think about it. Like, lose some runes, which don't really matter, but doesn't really like help with anything. It's just like a tiny bit. Okay, so you're saying we head to Morth Ruins. It's like 10 seconds, I think. Okay. Does it save any time on Magnus? Or can you not really use it in time to save any time on Magnus? Or if you did do it successfully on Magnus, would it, like, get rid of your getting great stars? Okay, that doesn't seem that bad. Okay. No scream for you. That's pretty nice. Dodge roll, backstep, dash attack for damage boost. Okay. But the thing is, crouch attacks are the same attack animation as rolling attacks. So if they have the same attack ID, then they would both get boosted, because that's how buffs work, is they affect certain attack IDs. So it's not guaranteed it's the same attack ID, both for rolling and for crouching, but they do have the same animation, so I wouldn't be surprised. Ask the nerds on Reddit, yeah. I may want to make a quick save for this guy. Labirith. Just because I feel like there's some sort of like super opener that I could probably do that I'm gonna try to figure out. If there's some way to, like, he pops in, he comes in, you guard counter and like hit him out of the air or something, like, you know what I mean? Some kind of just like guaranteed kill him super quickly. It only probably would save even a few seconds, but may as well save a few seconds over not saving a few seconds. Like a bingo board with squares like Mitch dies to boss X and first tries skip Y, and restream this practice with it would be fire content. So true. Or even just figuring out, actually, it's never worth it to Golden Vow because you always kill him in the same number of hits, or, you know, whatever. Like, I think there's some optimization to be done on Labirith. So let us make a quick save. Copy. New folder AB 4P SGDQ. We're currently at 33. Labirith. Okay. So let's start with just... Let's say I buffed everything, or at least I buffed Golden Vow outside. Walk in, do this. I mean... that damage is a little silly. But let's go again. Let's see if I could get a guard counter on his opener, though. Does he always come from the same side? Seems like the answer is yes. Maybe if I get close enough to a wall, he can't get far enough away from me after he does it, so then I can guard counter his opener? So if I get over by the wall, like this... That seems like it works. I don't know if Golden Vow even saves me a hit there then. Let's try no Golden Vow. Just walk in. Yeah, still takes 3 hits regardless. I mean, that seems like a pretty good strat. Surprised you're practicing on these no-name bosses? Well, you can still save time, no matter how easy the boss is. I'm not worried about dying to it. I'm worried about losing precious seconds. And yeah, so just the change of stand over here so that I can get the guard counter to start definitely saves like 5 seconds on the fight or something. Seems really good. Yeah, dude, a guard counter, then a running R1 to get the stagger seems to be the best play. One more time. Predator says, let his armor and retaliatory cross talisman buff crouch R1s since it's the same animation. Made sense to me, so maybe I do Letta early before I do any of the NPCs. Good. So that way, because on NPCs, I just spam crouch attacks. So Letta's armor would help a lot with them then, actually. So we should reorder our bosses after this. Scripted. Didn't get retaliatory talisman on playthrough. How difficult is that to get? You have to do the quest line where you have to like help Letta to kill the people. Hornsent and Onsbach and Tialier, I think, is what you have to do. I don't know exactly. I don't know. Is jump heavy the best attack for heavy weapons? Nope. It's generally not a good attack for heavy weapons, unless you're power stancing. If you're power stancing, it's the best attack. If you are not power stancing, it's generally very bad. I wouldn't say necessarily very bad. That's way too far. It is generally suboptimal. Let's put it that way. Just because it can be okay as a dash attack replacement, because if you want to go forward and you want to hit them, it can be a good, like, gap closer attack that does a little bit more poise, but is usually way slower than a dash attack. Generally not good to do, but... Rolana, I don't think I need to practice at all. You'd simply guard counter her. I guess I could guard counter earlier is what I could practice, but whatever. There's probably some part in her combo that you can just guard counter her out of. Bonk. Using the deflecting hard tier, yes. Torn sent because figured Letta was a creep. You were correct. I don't know if Golden Vow is worth it against Edred. I know the Flask is. Golden Vow is almost certainly not worth it against Edred, but I guess I could make a save just to double check my suspicions that Golden Vow is not worth it against Edred. AB 4P SGDQ 35 Edred. Don't accept my board's revisions. He still needs time to be able to look over them and make the... He would never just accept mine as like, oh yeah, let me just take your entire changes. He would have to look over them and implement specifically ones he likes and others that he doesn't, and he has not had time to do that yet. No. Can you increase save slots? Aw. Me when I miss the guard counter. I guess this won't be a good test then. It's probably not even worth it to take the riposte either, even with Blade of Mercy, but I don't know. Or more testing is required. I mean, I make save files on my computer, not save slots in the game. I'm not restarting a new character every time I want to make a new save for a fight to test. So if I were to immediately stagger him, take that, then go 1, 2, 3. Charged R2. I mean, that seems like a pretty good kill. Someone clip that kill. Versus... no Golden Vow. I would need one extra R1, which is probably still faster than a Golden Vow. Versus... I don't know, that felt slower? I can't really be sure. If I'm gonna do that, I guess I would swap out Blade of Mercy for Ritual Sword, which is... yeah, no. That would be better. So best would be no Golden Vow, but yes, Ritual Sword. Thank you for the clip. I'm pretty sure that definitively the best would be this. Oh, but now I'm not at full health because I missed the riposte. This is so unfortunate. Had to do one extra R1 because of it. This is so sad. Yeah, but this should be fastest. Whole thing, including Golden Vow beforehand, was less than 30 seconds. Right. I would expect, however I do it, to be less than 30 seconds.
Every day is blue time.
Yeah, that should be the fastest. Yippee! Yo, Max Stank, Thank you for the sub. 18 months. Let's go. Welcome back to the bunch. Enjoy the emotes. A whole year and a half. 2806 was Ritual Sword Switch. 2829 was Enemy Felled screen. Awesome. Compared to the clip where... Start of Golden Vow... to Enemy Felled... Yeah, was longer. Yeah. Thank you for the clip. That was very helpful to compare. So yes, in fact... Ritual Sword, no Blade of Mercy, best here. And we would keep that as we go to Knight of the Solitaire. Oh, we could probably order bosses by what talismans I want equipped for them. We could order bosses by what talismans I want equipped for them. And whether I want Letta's armor equipped for them so that I have the least swaps to do. So I would head to Knight of the Solitary Jail with this setup. With Letta's armor. Yes. I might hear Midge say Blade of Mercy and not immediately have my mind go to Bloodborne's Blades of Mercy, but it has not happened yet. Blades of Mercy, I don't know that. Alright. Make a save for this guy. This guy we're almost certainly going to want to do some stuff with. New folder A4P SGDQ 36 Knight of Solitary. Doesn't have every FromSoft item memorized. Fake gamer. True. Latest armor over a Rakshasa chest piece has to just always be better, no? No. There's a lot of fights where I'm almost always just R1ing. I mean, maybe I would do a... So, how much extra does Leta's armor give? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. First of all, what's the weight difference? It's actually slightly less weight, but also slightly less, Deathblight resistance. %? So I would need dash attacks, rolling attacks, and backstep attacks, which I never do, to be at least a fifth of my damage. Like, I would say Rakshasa's armor probably is better against, for example, Consort. Because most of my damage comes from riposts, which Rakshasas would affect and Letta's wouldn't. And, like, not just half, but, like, most. And even outside of that, I would do parry R1 that's not dash or roll. So Letta's wouldn't do that much. I would say it's better against anything that, like, I'm mostly doing guard counters, which is a lot of them. Yeah, I think Letta's only strictly better against, like, NPCs and stuff, I think. Anywhomst. Yo, morning wombat. Glarf counters, yep. But against an NPC where I'm just doing crouch attack, crouch attack, crouch attack. Pretty good. Morning. I don't know. What else would I... Whoops, that's the wrong... Stranded Graveyard, is it? I don't know what I would need to test, though, against him. I said maybe I should test something. I don't know what I would test. I feel like we're kind of fine there. Right, eye contact, he's been solitary for a while. Yeah, that would be deadly. Ow. Ritual Sword or Blade of Mercy? I think Ritual Sword. I think it dies before we take the riposte here. Yeah, it definitely dies before we take the riposte here. Hey, get back here. That one I didn't even really need to drink the flask either. But that's... would basically be it. And then... Conrad. And then you go this for the fastest swap you can do. And then I never remember to craft bone darts, but I should have them crafted and prepped. And I don't need these, and all I need is this, and then it's go time, show time. Oh, and I guess I would level up the one last time to have the best final fight possible. Oops, more faith. NPC kills are very stupid. They deserve that. Yep. Alright. Copy. New folder. AB4P. SGDQ. This is apparently only my 39th boss. 38. Conrad. So apparently I really am slacking off on the boss count. My amount of stuff that I need to do is quite a bit lower than others, it seems. Is Golden Vow better than Flame Grant Me Strength? In some ways, yes. In others, no. But I can get to Golden Vow very easily. I cannot get to Flame Grant Me Strength very easily. Well, well, well. Hello? Conrad? I'm over here. Hello? And he ignored my manipulation to get him to not do the T-pose and did it anyway. Bye-bye. Yippee! Brr, 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 brr. Bro saw a squirrel over there, yeah. If you do the Konami code after the grab before the kiss, you kill Nicola first and he dies from shock. I should try that. Whoa. Is Consort my final boss in the run? Yep. This is how we end. And then that would be it. That would be our time. With me killing 39 bosses. 39 that are, like, assigned to me. 39 that I have to remember that they need to die. More than that I could potentially kill. So, before I'm done, it could be like, oh, help! We need help with the Knights Cavalry at Bellum Church. And I'll be like, I got it. I got it. I'll head to Bellum Church and set it tonight. Or the most likely leftover bosses from other players. So I've worked into my route the one most likely from other players, which is the Stranded Graveyard Tree Spirit, because I just have Stone Sword keys that I don't need to use for anything. And so anybody could do that has extra Stone Sword keys. And so I usually just go, I'll take the Tree Spirit. Because everybody else, you know, it's an all bosses run. They need to use their Stone Sword keys for stuff. Yeah, this guy is relatively likely for me to come back to at some point. There's also... I guess Stormhill Shack would be the fastest. There is the Cemetery Shade, or no, the Black Knife, whatever's at one of these catacombs over here by Alexander. That one I think usually gets skipped till later. And I could, in theory, walk over here. I could, in theory, do the Deathbird here would be easy for me. The Bell-Bearing Hunter here would be easy for me. I'd just, you know, walk over 10 steps and get them. But yeah, we're going to need to work on our synergy of, like, knowing, based on how far ahead and behind people are, what bosses to dump off on other people. Black Knife Assassin, the wounded one. That's the one, yeah. I think this one, yeah, has been dumped off. Usually Chris ends up getting this one if they need help, because usually the DLC people, we plan to finish just a little bit earlier than the base game people, because if we're having trouble in the DLC, the base game people can't help us. It's not possible. They can't get there. But if the base game people are having trouble and we're done with the DLC, then yes, the DLC people can come back and do base game stuff. So that is the general plan, is to leave it so that we're all clearing out base game stuff at the end with the DLC fully just done. So that is the plan. And all four of you to practice is definitely hard. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm available anytime, any day, anywhere, anyway. But that's because I'm a degenerate. Like, I don't even have, like, sponsor obligations or whatever. Yeah. Tough fight. Slap and die. Yep. I mean, there are other ones that, like, I could help with. Like, I could help with something in Kaled if it's necessary. I could help with, like, I could do a full round of Limgrave if it was necessary. If it was like, hey, I'm so far behind, can you do all the bosses in the north area of Limgrave? And I'd be like, cool, yeah, I could go, you know, Death-Touched Catacombs to the cave with the golem, to, you know, down to the Duelist and Patches. I could go for the Tibia Mariner. I could go, I don't know, wherever. Like, I could, there's a lot of stuff that I could get to. Goldfrey and Morgott are also doubled. Grafted Sign is quadrupled, but that's mostly for the memes. Yep. Will there inevitably be dupe bosses? There's a way to avoid having to fight the same boss twice. Yeah, there's the couple that are duplicated for necessity, and then there are some that are duplicated out of it's faster to duplicate. So for example, I'm gonna go kill Margit, even though that's already covered, just because getting the talisman pouch is worth it. Is worth it for my damage in the run overall to have 3 talismans instead of 2. It's just worth it to have access to 1 more talisman, so I kill an extra boss for no reason, seemingly. I also kill Gillica, which I'm not 100% sure is worth it. I'm considering just cut Ritual Sword entirely, and then just go with these 3 talismans for the entire time. And, like, I don't know. Gillica really does not take very long to kill at all, but I don't know that I get enough use out of Ritual Sword that it's actually worth it. So, followed tonight, after binging a lot of Archipelagos, participated on YouTube. Let's go! Glad to have you here. Given how quickly the DLC players will be able to kill the early game bosses at the end, would it be faster for the base game players to skip some of the early bosses in favor of setup and have the DLC players do cleanup at the end? I mean, yes, but it's not only the DLC players that do cleanup at the end. It's the base game players will also do what's fastest for themselves. Like, yes, I am overpowered right now. Level 148. I will one-shot things. But also, Aggie at the end of his run will two-shot things. Is that really a big difference? Not at all. Or, you know, Josh at the end of his run will two-shot or maybe three-shot things. Is that a big difference? No. So any of us can come back and clean up the bosses at the end. It doesn't have to be the DLC players. It's more so I need to spend as much time as possible in the DLC because I am by far the strongest DLC player because of Skidoo 16. Chris gets to Skidoo like 7 or something. I don't know. because all he does is basically head straight for Bale. So, you know, Chris does some stuff in the DLC because I need help. I can't do all of it in 3 hours. But Chris does kind of the minimum amount in the DLC, and I do the maximal amount in the DLC. That still gets us done in 3 hours. So remember helping keep count of the bosses and going between the tabs? It was fun to be the main person counting. Yeah. Goes right for Bale. Yep, that's Chris. Does someone go for the Cyanide Anticipation Chapel from the start? Yes, all 4 of us do. For fun. Do we need to do that? No. But it's fun too. So the way that our run starts is like this. We all go new game. I select Vagabond, they select Samurai, I believe. This is an interesting run. Looking forward to seeing it come together. Yeah, it's a fun one. Does Chris use Dahugaca? Yes. Chris uses Dahugaca, yeah, for exactly that reason. He uses Great Stars until he kills ADM, and then Dahugaca for the rest. Because he's basically fighting entirely dragons in the DLC. Does Chris lock himself out of healing the wounded kindred before going to Bale or after? I guess that'd be after. We have someone help you keep track of bosses killed left to kill. So there's a mod that is being worked on by the goat. The 5th goat. That theoretically will track all of our bosses together. But yeah, we all do this at the start. The syncing seems to work. Excellent. And then jump off. Oh! Did the hero strats not end up working out? I never really ended up trying the hero strats. The hero should be very, very barely worse across all the bosses outside of the start, but hero would be very slightly better at the very start. Well, hero would be worse for Grafted Scion, better for Magnus, slightly maybe easier for Moog, and then worse for everything from there on. So I figured I stick with Vagabond. Vagabond should be the overall best. Although I could see Hero being like a second faster because you save 10 seconds early and maybe Vagabond only saves back, you know, fractions of a second later. So I could see Hero being a couple seconds faster at max, but it's always going to be slightly worse later, which is when I'm more concerned. I think the biggest thing for the run is going to be getting Moog one-cycled. If I can get Moog one-cycled, we are so good. Did I lose weight? A little bit. Not... Moog? Where did Moog go? Damn, quick kill. Yeah, really quick kill. There's a good one cycle, let me tell you. Just do that in the run. Looking good. Thank you. I think it's the shirt. I think the shirt is very flattering. Very slimming. I think it looks good. I have lost a little weight recently, but I don't think enough that it would be like very super visible. Has the Godric glitch where his death is saved on quit out. Oh. I don't think I quit out while dying, no, but that was weird. I think it's just because I was going from one save file to another save file that was in a different slot, so I think it got confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not the right bleed grease. I don't know if that would have been enough. I've got the wrong bleed grease equipped though on this file. I mean, it's not terrible if that happens, but... Oh, this is the wrong file. I wanted the file that has the drawstring bleed grease, and I loaded the one that doesn't. That would do it. So I just need to remember to pick up the string. Mog de Moog. Okay. This is the correct one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This probably doesn't work, but 2, 3, 4, 5.
Zarsich_T redeemed a coin flip and
6.
tails.
Can you not do exactly the one thing I need you not to do? And of course, you would also be on the worst part on the stairs where I can't hit you. Well, this is not gonna work then. Yeah, it was exactly one attack off. As clear as day. Almost salvaged it, though. How do you manage your saves? I just copy and paste the save files on my computer. Very simple. One of my wild strikes missed in the group of 7 as well. I knew that, but I was like, I can make up for that. I made up for that by just playing it slightly differently from then. I don't remember what I did to make up for it, but I was like, this is fine. Oh, it's I hit him in the head. I did a headshot, is what I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. God. Yeah. Okay. I can't make up this. I can't do anything about that. That was, yeah, that was horrendous. That was everything wrong. Do the same thing, but I use command line. I have 15 gigabytes of Elden Ring save files on my computer. Nice. 1, 2, 3. Hate when he does that stupid rain. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. 1. This is really unfortunate. The perfect time to hit him. 2, 3. Yeah. I got antsy. I got antsy. I got antsy. I hate when he does the fire and then immediately does one of Tres Duos or Unos. It tilts me so hard. When you just aren't allowed to hit him in his best possible punish opportunity. How difficult it would be to get him off the stairs during that? You can't. It's just slow. You can't do that. That is not an acceptable thing to do. You just lose time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you win. Moog sucks! I just have to reset it. Oh, that rain is so stupid. If Moog just didn't have that attack, he'd actually be a good boss. 1, 2. 3, 4. Stop spamming it! 5, he's seriously spamming it! 6.
The result is tails.
1. And of course, he does this during his best punish opportunity. 3, 4, 5, 6. And so, of course, he also does that while walking away, so I don't get a hit on him. So this is still gonna not work. Yep. Off by 1 again.
Is mine.
Oh! If they just gave him a good arena and took away that stupid Blood Rain move.
Zarsich_T has been added as a VIP. Congratulations.
Yo, congrats. Tails, it never fails.
Cello is mine, and mine alone.
1, 2, and then I'm forced out. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this should work. There, see?
As clear as
There's the one cycle.
the coming of our dynasty.
Mitch win. Yippee! I know this is gonna be the bottleneck. This is gonna be the bottleneck for good runs. You have to get through a good Moog. Can you use the Reflect Tree Sentinel spell on that Blood Rain? Yes, I believe so. Technically on, like, the spawner of it, rather than the rain itself, but... First try. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. One. 3. 4. 5. 6. Darn. Oh, got him anyway, even with a missed hit. Okay. It's still possible even with a missed hit. Let's go. That's very nice. Dynasty. Mitch win. Yippee. Brr, 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 brr. Something, something, Mitch win. Yep. We'll use a backup save for death or just retry the boss normally for a slower kill. Retry the boss normally for a slower kill. I can intentionally die after losing my rot grease and show you what that would look like. It's just fight him normally. Well, I guess I don't even have to intentionally lose my... Well, let's do it. Let's... I rot grease. This is totally gonna be the kill, and then... Hey-ya! Oh, what a greedy hit, but I'm still fine. It's fine. Just keep attacking. No!
Is mine and mine alone.
Edge. And then you respawn at the Stake of America. And then this time he gets the chance to walk down the stairs. And then you do too much damage, so he phase transitions early. Okay. That was a test. It's missing a little bit of stagger, but I just wanted to see. But it would basically be that, but don't test. Just play it safe on the ending bit. Well, I guess what I should do then, actually, now that I think about it. Is actually not freeze grease phase 1, so that I can hopefully still get 2 staggers out of it. Oh, you have to run next to him? This is actually good, though. This is good practice for what to do if I have a second try. I actually shouldn't freeze and grease in phase 1. That actually does make sense to not. But then I have to run next to him, freeze grease. Is there a way that I can get a guaranteed stagger out of it, I guess is the question. Maybe I... Hold on, there's probably actually a pretty good backup strat that exists. So it's normal first one. Aha! It's that! It's quite slow without the rot grease, but it would be that. That is the backup. On your video showing Gigadad the Glitz's speedrun. God bless you. Oh, thank you, Anka. That was a fun showcase for sure. Yeah, waiting for him to come down the stairs wastes too much time, yeah. Like, just look at how long it takes to watch him walk down the stairs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, it's like 10 seconds. This is a speed run, not a watch Moog walk down the stairs run. Oh no, I died completely by accident. Let's practice the backup. Freeze grease after first stagger, maybe? No. It's where I used it. I'm still only going to get one freeze, so it doesn't really matter when in the fight it is. I mean, it matters a little when in the fight it is, but I think getting the guaranteed stagger is better. Well, actually, maybe... maybe after the first stagger. But actually, maybe you're right. Let's see if that could potentially work. So right here, I would run next to him. Oh yeah, that's probably good. And then that. And then... he's not quite dead yet, but... come on. Quit stalling. That worked pretty nicely. Yeah, I would say that's probably our best bet. Mitch win. Yeah. So as far as backups, that would be our plan. Is there possibly a window after the second swing? After the second swing. I'm not sure what you mean by after the second swing. Do you mean in some of his combos? Sometimes. Basically swing the whole knee heel. Yeah. Gotta hit the wing walking out of the stall rain for aura recoup. You know, hitting the wing sounds easier. Like, it sounds like, oh yeah, the wing is sticking. But it's like up. It's still hard to hit. What up, Liv? The 3-swing combo. He has many 3-swing combos. Some of them it is possible, some of them it isn't. Some of them it's like technically possible, but risky. It depends on how fast you dodged his previous... okay, well that's not great for me. 3. 4. 5. 6. One. 2. 4. 5. 6. Okay, either he dies or I die here. We're going for it all. Easy one cycle. Yeah, the plan works really well. As long as I can execute the plan. Mitch win. Yo, thanks for writing down all the timings here, Ben. How am I? I'm doing good. Yo, what up, come on? Hey, if you want to do some bingo, I know Swed was looking for someone to play with earlier. Or Ray Dans is here. Are you still around? Sure. Yeah, I don't know. He was gonna play Dead by Daylight. You might have to ping him. You can ping him and say, Mitch said you wanted to play some bingo. And he might be like, nah, now it's too late. No, I want to go to bed or whatever. But I know he was around earlier. $118 kill from Rot to Feld screen. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's less than that. Like a golden vow would last through that kill, since it lasts 80 seconds. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 1. Of course, he would do exactly the move where I can't get any punish out of his biggest punish. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. I might be just barely short on this one because of that one missed hit. Oh, but we get it anyway, even with a missed hit. Yippee! Brr, 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 brr. That's how you know it's a good strat. When even on the ones that go a little wrong, it still works. That's how you know. That stream was indeed very fun, and their chat was surprisingly wholesome. Yeah. I don't know about surprisingly. I feel like I feel like the chat has to be wholesome when it's the streamer's dad on. Like, I can't imagine seeing somebody's dad, you know, playing or learning video games and being toxic in that chat. I cannot imagine that. I can imagine being toxic sometimes in chats. Chris is streaming. I get the urge, you know, a little bit. It's like, ooh, Chris is streaming. I could be a little toxic. But if Chris's dad was joining him, there's no way. You'd be surprised. Yeah, that one was definitely a bit slower of a kill this time for sure. 144 this time, I guess. When RNG is good, all how it should be. When RNG is bad, complain. I mean, I didn't need to really complain. Like, we still got it. It was fine. Can't be toxic to a dad, right? Chris's dad made Chris. Some sins cannot be forgiven. Look, he didn't know. He didn't know how he'd turn out. There was no way to know. You could take 2 seconds of Golden Vow into the DLC. Yippee! There's a collaboration, to be fair. Yeah. Ness's mom in her chat sometimes, and she fully does not mind swearing. / some horny in chat. Oh my. Chris has a dad? You know, he may have just simply spawned into existence. An unholy creation. Perhaps made in a lab by a mad scientist trying to unleash his evil upon the world. You never know. Although he does have a mom, because his mom will call sometimes and he'll be like, Mom, I'm streaming. I'll call you back later, Mom. Yeah, I love you too. He's got a mom too? Everyone's got a mom. Everyone has to have a mom. Okay. So, that's looking good. What more could we practice a little before the possible Bingus gets going again? And then we can steal some Bingus content, because I feel like we did a good job of, like, going through the whole run tonight. Anything else? I should definitely make sure Radon is good. What were my... I should check on the stats as well. What did I put for my stats in the splits? Save splits. Stone's strength upgrade is all I put. So... How much strength do I end up having? I have... 14 strength, which is the default. I didn't get any strength in this particular one. Would I never have strength? I think I would. I don't remember what I did with the money. I didn't use the 5,000 that I could have gotten, but didn't, because it wasn't worth it. I didn't use the 3,000 that I started with, because I assumed that what if I died to Grafted Scion. I did use the 1,600, and it was barely enough. So I guess I got no strength. And if I needed slightly more, I could always sell like a sword or something. Okay, here's... I guess the real question. Do I have a save that I made before this? The one before this is Magnus. Let's re-kill Magnus and see if we can figure it out. How much runes exactly we need to save. So that way I can basically put in the number of runes I have to save, and then we can spend every rune except for what I need for the upgrades. Hey, don't you roll out. Do not make like an Autobot. Hey. That worked. That kind of shouldn't have worked, but it worked. Don't have any answers yet. Okay. Kind of surprised. Made it work. Who's running commentary for SGDQ run? The four of us are commentating for ourselves. Because there can only be a maximum of 4 people that are mic'd up. And I don't think any of us wants to be the person left out of being able to talk. So it's going to be the 4 of us talking and trying to explain it as we do it. which I think will work pretty well. I do think sometimes having a pure commentator can be better to like direct their eyes, like direct the whole thing of like, I get to see all 4 of your perspectives and I'm gonna call out which one is about to be the most interesting right now, rather than us having to kind of figure out who's doing the most interesting thing at any given time. But if we did have a commentator, it'd probably be Adef. Or Parky, if she wants to. Just give Chris's mic to someone else? True. Okay. GDQ can't get a soundboard with 1 more input. I mean, maybe they could if we asked them, if we were like, hey, we really need this, but is this from, where did I get this one? No, that's the one by Magnus. So this one I would pop. So it's how many runes are needed to upgrade this